situational and it's right.
Shit.
Looks good. Real light. I don't know. I usually sell a piece like this for like $20 on my table. If you want to do.
Thank you, everyone. It's great to be here and see all these terrific people. I'm so glad so many of you came out in the summer on this hot evening to join us for the most highly regarded open mic. Oh, nobody's here. So, I will now begin to read poems from a book I wrote many years ago. And I'm not going to read them off of paper. I'm going to read them off of my iPad. And whenever I go to the Civic Media Center for the poetry reading, and I watch poets read off of their iPads and their iPhones, I want to shit my balls.
Hot. Should memorize it.
Who said that? Who's the motherfucker? Is that who I think it is? What a weirdo. Hey man, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Grab a seat, get a drink.
Yeah.
We're only just beginning. You don't know who that is. Don't worry about that guy. He's fine.
I saw tapeworm outside.
So as I was saying, I actually love the Civic Media Center. I almost, to some extent, co-founded the Civic Media Center poetry reading. I didn't really, but I like to say I did. Jimmy Neal Fishhawk, you know, back in the day, big deal. It's one of the longest running open mic poetry readings in the history of the United States of America. That's actually true. The other thing I love about the CMC poetry reading is it's a supportive community for you to get, hey, no talking, sir. It's a supportive community for you to get on stage and do whatever it is you do. Even my poems were welcomed back in the day. No longer, because you know how times have changed. Everything upsets everybody. But so I'm going to read a couple poems from a book I wrote called Barf Meets Turd. And if you want to know where to get a copy of this, I will give you the link and you can read it for free.
Yes. Sir.
And I'm mostly going to do it to tapeworm because nobody else gives a shit. And also, how about it for Daryl? Give him a round of applause. Daryl will be serving drinks to you.
I have not had a tumor yet, Tom.
Well, that's good. Even my dog has a tumor, and yet you have somehow managed to avoid tumors.
At your age,
Whereas I am a tumor. I am a tumor manifest as a man. Yes, I'm just a man. I say to you, a man. Just kidding. All right. And Daryl, please pour some a cocktail for me as well. I get free cocktails to do this shit, ladies and gentlemen. You pour whatever you can fit in a glass. Okay, pour it and I'll drink it. All right, here we go.
if you got a tall boy, I can stick my dick in there.
Jesus Christ, the heckles.
Wait through the small one.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to read that. Listen, this show is going to happen. Okay? However it goes. If you talk over it, fine. All right? If you don't listen to what I have to say or any of the artists, good luck. It's not going to be pretty. All right? This show is going to happen, and it's going to happen the way it's happened for the last 39 years. And you better not fuck with me. Thank you. I know I'm so threatening in my, I gained a lot of weight.
Old age.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I'd like to read my poem now. Shh. By the way, the sound is terrible. I did the sound tonight. I'm a Kennedy Center Award nominee for sound design. Right? Fuck. What the hell's going on with the Kennedy Center? Okay. Once upon a time, a small baby deer wandered out into the road and stood in the middle, looking at the approaching truck. Is that me? Are you yelling at me? Okay, great. "Get out of the way," the truck driver shouted. He beeped the horn. The small baby deer began to run as the truck struck the buck in the cunt of its nuts. You gotta know words. You gotta know words if you're going to be a poet. Okay? I'm a good poet, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to gender. I'm a good poet.
Fuck you.
Now here's one I wrote called Poems for Dogs. Here's a poem I wrote for dogs. As man's best friends, they poop a lot. And we pick up their dirty droppings and kiss their mouths after their own asses they were a-lapping. So, everybody clap for that at the CMC. Now, listen, I don't just do one side of the fence, you know what I'm saying? I got a poem for cats, too. Poem for cats. While I was sleeping, cozy and sound, the cat got on me and turned around and sat his ass into my mouth and took a dump which did not clump the way it does inside the box. Diarrhea really sucks. Thank you. Oh, you guys are just like the CMC. Doesn't matter what I read, you like it.
That happened, right? Did that happen?
That happened, oh
That's a
yeah.
cat scat.
Yeah.
That's outside the box right there.
And you know what happened right after that? I was like, I went to the bathroom and I shit the cat shit. Because it had gone in. So I shit the cat shit. I shit the cat shit 2 bits. Back in my day when we ate cat shit. Alright, here we go. Oh shit. I really hate the sound of my voice, generally speaking.
Me too.
And also through this sound system. Once upon a time in the small village of Fucko, there lived a little girl named Snatch. She was named Snatch by her parents, the king and queen, because as a child, Wendy would snatch trinkets and jewelry and put them in her mouth. One day the king and queen brought Snatch to a banquet they were throwing for the prince. One of the noblemen approached the family and said, "What an adorable little girl you have there. What's her name?" "Snatch," replied the king and queen. "Horrid anus of the boars. Do you not know that the word snatch means vagina?" Snatch reached up and ripped the nobleman's dick off and put it in her mouth. "Oh, she knows, believe me," said the king. And from that day forward, the nobleman peed out of a slit. Nobody? Okay, it's not the CMC. Bill and Lester were on their way to the moon in a rocket ship. No, he's just quiet now. Shh, no heckling. Bill and Lester were on their way to the moon in a rocket ship. But it did not matter, since the pressure had long escaped the vessel and they were frozen. No talking, ma'am.
Reset the Wi-Fi.
A former comedian who became a police officer arrested an ornery kumquat. After cuffing the fruit, he said, "Kumquatly." Larry the bird had a worm in his mouth and was happily chomping on it when suddenly and without warning, he totally ate it. John Paul Wilkinson was a firefighter before his tragic death in a swimming pool. Shh, no talking, ma'am. I can actually see you. You're the only two here. Philip Valenzuela was the best matador in all of Germany. He proudly waved his red cape around, regarding his audience with aplomb and other fancy words. And then he turned to face the gate and what lay behind it. The most ferocious bull in the history of Germany. The gate opened and out came Bertolt Brecht. Filippo stabbed the shit out of him with a sword. And the audience found the action self-revealing and avant-garde. Bull! Shouted Filippo. And then he shouted, shit! And then he was carried away to the gods by a deus ex machina because I could not think of a better ending. Now, are you just going to drone? Shh. Hey, man, are you just going to drone over all my good... This is my best stuff. Can't you quiet or do, you know... She's falling back and everything. And
I hear everything you say.
I hate the show. And
It makes us pay attention.
can't wait for this thing to be over with. Tom Miller, something out of this writing. A guy walks up to a bum and says, "Can I have some change?" And the bum says, "Hey, that's my line." And the guy says, "That's okay, don't worry, I already have some." The bum says, "Well, fuck, can I have some?" And the guy says, "No." Thank you. 3 sheep were grazing in the field when a wolf came. "Feel better?" asked one of the sheep. Coffee Fred meets Voltaire. Coffee Fred took a seat in Maud's coffee shop and began to drink. A few minutes later, he got another cup of coffee, and he drank that. And then he got up and drank yet another cup of coffee, and then he drank another cup of coffee, and then he got another one and drank that. This went on all day. Voltaire drank like 40 cups of coffee a day, Coffee Fred said. Hey, I want to know what he knows. A couple hours later, when the ambulance came to pick up the body, he knew. That's not a very good poem.
No, we're specific.
I'm going to continue reading now because it's irritating me and you together. This is called The Misogynist. Angie and Carlos sat down at Maud's Cafe for their first date. "So," said Carlos, "what are you having?" "Are you buying?" asked Angie. "Well, we didn't really say, did we? I guess I'll buy since I'm the man." "Oh, I can't buy because I'm the woman?" Angie asked indignantly. "Do you want to buy?" "No," she said, "I don't have any money." "Well, then I'll buy." "Fuck you, you misogynist," she said. And Angie turned to leave, tripped over a dead body, and fell mouth first on a dildo. It's not a good ending. I'm sorry. I don't know. All right. The Friendly Wasp. One day a friendly wasp landed on my arm and offered me a cupcake. It was delicious, but filled with venom, and I died. Now I would like to read Farmer Stan and the Chicken Incident, one of my most famous writings. One day, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm going to read this. One day Farmer Stan was out tending to the chickens when one bolted out of the roost and started running around the yard. "You come back here right now, you motherfucker! You goddamn cocksucking chicken! Get your goddamn motherfucking cocksucking ass back in the fucking coop, you goddamn bastard chicken!" And the chicken replied, gobble fucking free! Run, gobble gobble, fuck a farmer, gobble gobble!" And he weaved this way and that way to avoid being captured. "You cunt! You cunt!" shouted the farmer. "You dumb cunt! You fucking cunt! I'm gonna get you, you fucking faggot!" Gobble gobble, run, flee, gobble gobble, suck a dick, bark bark, gobble gobble. "Chickens don't gobble, ass jabber, that's a turkey you're doing. Cluck like a chicken, motherfucker. You better get your ass back in the coop or I'm gonna goddamn curse the living shit out of you. Gobble gobble, dick farmer, eat, eat, eat. Eat, eat. What the fuck is that, man? You're doing bitching, motherfucking, cock-sucking, dick-licking, cut, faggot, titty-slapping, goddamn bastard, shit-splitting chicken!
Beautiful.
Jesus Christ. I think I'll take a breather on that one. Alright, I don't want to read any more of this shit. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's just a taste. Just a little taste. Alright, you want to do music or religion? You tell me.
Music!
Religion music.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do music and religion.
Thank you.
But we are going to begin. I got to check the times. I got to do this right. We're going to begin, ladies and gentlemen, with songs about serial killers. Please welcome to the stage Tapeworm.
Alright. I'm gonna do a song about religion. Well, it's not my song, it's because Eric Boucher's birthday today, also known as Jello Biafra, turned 66. Instead of, the abortion song I usually play, I'm gonna play Old Dead Kennedy's song.
Which one?
Growing Boy Needs His Lunch. And then maybe Insight. Usually I play the cover last, but this one's maybe I'll do a Dead Kennedy song at the end and one at the beginning.
Yeah.
In lonely gas stations with many marks, you'll find rows of them for sale. Liquor-filled statues of Elvis Presley, screw his head off and drink like a vampire. His disciples flock to such a big shrine across from his faceless mansion, a shopping mall filled with prayer rugs and Jesus dolls. And I wonder, will Elvis take the place of Jesus in 1,000 years? Religious wars, fascist laws, bloodshed worldwide over what's left of his myth. Growing boy needs his lunch. A growing boy needs his lunch. When those pesticides get banned, we're safe up north. We'll just sell them to those other countries. Soon there's lots of exotic, deformed babies somehow. That's not our fault. Just dip them in glaze and paint them orange and green for those Arizona roadside stands to sell alongside plastered burros and bird baths. And I wonder, why so many insects surround us, feed off the dead. Death squad, starvation, foreign aid, just leave it to the magic of the marketplace. A growing boy needs his lunch. A growing boy needs his lunch. That's only half of it. Today is also not only Jello Biafra's 66th birthday, it's William McDonald's 100th birthday. William McDonald turns 100 years old today. How about that? I didn't write the music for this one, but Bill McDonald, he's a Sydney mutilator. Bill McDonald had a back. It was well made. In that back he had a knife with a long sharp blade, with a stab here and a a chop chop here and a chop chop there. Here a chop everywhere, a chop chop till McDonald had a problem. Soon he was caught. 100 years old today. Alright, now Dale Hausner's death day is the day after tomorrow. Check it out. So this guy was a sniper around Phoenix, Arizona. And then when he got arrested, check this out. He killed himself by swallowing antidepressants. He saved up his antidepressants and then killed himself with them. Like, that's fucking, I don't know what that
side effects.
It's pretty crazy, man. Ironic. Fuck. That's the cure for depression, suicide. Antidepressants, if you take enough of them, they'll work. Alright, anyway, Dale Hausner, suicide day, 11 years ago, day after tomorrow. 13 months of burning stuff and murder in 2005 and 6 around Phoenix where Sam Dean and Dale Hausner drive. Also, the baseline rapist, active at the same time. It was not safe in broad daylight and even less so in the night. A photojournalist verified News Dale and interviewed Mike Tyson with habits to satisfy Dale, and Sam went out to buy some mess. They made a mess around Mesa. People stayed inside when that thing goes off. Your tried to save a canine, they both died. Whoever rode shotgun would load the shotgun and snort a couple of lines on a shooter's life and target through their bloodshot eyes. Story making news, the snipers laughed, the victim family cried. Actually, our man that took the shot to the head somehow survived. Random pedestrians were blasted, their bodies off through blood baths. Trepidation, far and wide, no turning back, no end in sight. It was like a game. How many points for someone on a bike? On the last day of July, they were finally identified. Detectives put a tail on them under surveillance and high evidence began to pile up. No doubt these were the guys. Demon Clinton, Reverend life. Demon commuted suicide. It was a nice try, but didn't quite atone for his AA crime. Passes for the baseline rapist who by this time had murdered nine. The PPD could have solved the case long before they fell behind. Hard to comprehend incompetence, such a high price. Damn. With key DNA evidence, lazy cops fail to analyze. It's hard to comprehend incompetence, could have such a high price. Damn it, I fucked that one all up, so whatever. Alright, thanks. Gertrude Benizowski's death day yesterday. She died 34 years ago yesterday of lung cancer. She was a terrible babysitter. There's two movies based on her, how she had the neighborhood kids and her kids beat this girl, Sylvia, to death while they were supposed to be taking care of her.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Do your job!
Right? And they fired me. What the fuck? The summer of 1965 in Indianapolis, Indiana, Gertrude Benizowski took the Tabernacle part of the Aberdeen because she was recklessly and with a mean streak. 7 kids disciplined by the way, struggling financially, agreed to babysitting. Sylvia was 16, Jenny was 15. Their parents apparently left with a traveling circus and left them behind. Didn't seem fair, they barely knew Gertrude. They left her with no responsibility for $20 a week for their upkeep. Suddenly they found his foster home, so unfriendly. Keep for nothing, Gertrude encouraging her children to join in torment. These two with only food that took her leading. There wasn't much to eat anyway. Bread for breakfast, malnourishing, nothing for lunch, and dinner was skimpy. Gertrude got the neighborhood teenage boys to join in, practicing 2 to 1 so the other thrown against the concrete. When she got hurt, they said she was pretending her daughter. Paula broke her hands while hitting her to blame her for the injury. After that, attacked her with a plaster cast whip. Gertrude laughing maniacally, seriously beat her silly, calling her whether she never lost her virginity, forced fed her own feces and other indignity, tied up in the basement and gave me one to do. But she thought of her sister Jenny, who couldn't have kept up. Her polio was crippled and she would have to over every turn. But there was no happy ending, no happy ending, no happy ending, no. Alright. I broke the string that I don't need, so that's... Alright, Carl Panzram's birthday's coming up. Also, his last victim, Karl Warnk, who he killed in prison, his death day was Thursday, 95 years ago Thursday. And let's see, he was born in 1891, so next week he turns 91, 34? 134-ish? I don't know. I gotta do the math, but anyway. On his execution day, he told the priest to go away. They're hypocritical with what for proof. He believed in nothing aside from killing, daydreaming of annihilating a whole town in one foul swoop. Born in 1891, he ran away when he was young, wound up in a Minnesota reform school, where they teach him all about Jesus. They beat the devil out of him. He learned to be devoutly cruel. So to be the discipline, it was no use to resist him. He learned that brute force was the golden rule. Ordered to scrub the dishes, so he pissed his beverages. Here, officer, I made this one just for you. And when he burnt the warehouse down, it cost the church $100,000. Insurance rate shot through the roof. In touching at the bar, he thought, why not, and join the army. Court-martial put on a chain gang crew. A few years breaking rocks under the Kansas Sundry hot summer. The whole time the hatred inside him grew. It was 1920 when he burglarized William's house, getting $40,000 worth of jewels. Those hired to fix the yacht he bought were wined and dined and robbed and shot. He stuffed their bodies and counted the loot. In prison again, this time in Salem, Oregon, their crime was burglary. They paid him black and blue. He escaped, he arrived in New York. He joined the union and signed on board a giant tanker, then jumped ship in Peru. Murdered a 12-year-old boy while working for the St. Clair Oil Company. He didn't drop a clue. Hired locals to hook crocodiles, though the crocs were not the target. Carl shot all 6 recruits. Sunk their bodies in the water. They were gone, that solved the problem. These crocs took the time to shoot. He made a boy named Henry's brains come out his ears and quickly sailed away. Year was 1922. Still he wasn't finished. The civilian prison foreman picked my brain bashed out in the laundry room. On his execution day, he told the priest to go away. They're hypocritical with what for fools. On the scaffold, he said, hurry up, you bastard. Use his last word, glad to go with the chance to be rude. He believed in nothing aside from killing, daydreaming of annihilating a whole town in one foul swoop. Alright, so Joe will be off her 66th birthday. Here's one you might remember. Give me convenience or give me death. Sing along with it. So the second verse is the same as the first. So I'll say it, everybody sing it too. Who's that kid in the back of the room? Who's that kid in the back of the room? Setting all his things on fire. Setting all his things on fire. Where did he get that crazy smile? Where did he get that crazy smile? We all think he's really weird. We all think he's really weird. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, University Club.
Give him a round of applause. By the way, that smell you're smelling or about to smell is from your childhood, just so you know. It's going to waft over there, and you're going to remember the days when you did the fireworks when you were 8, 9, 4, 20, 16. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what's happening next or how it's going to go. I only know that you are about to be enabled, empowered, and impressed by the Nacho Clowns. That's my intro. That's just one of the